Well, if you've noticed a thin white coating on your plants, they may be suffering from something called powdery mildew.
Yeah, today Sandra Mitchell and Nick Federoff are in the garden showing us how to get rid of this pesky fungus.
Good morning, everyone. We're back in the garden with our friend Nick Federoff, and I'm going to stand right behind you because Nick's got a watering hose.
And I'm dangerous with this thing right now. I'm actually trying to find the right kind of pattern for this so that we don't blast all the leaves off of this plant.
Yeah, what's wrong with this plant? It's got this white yucky stuff on it.
Yeah, this white yucky stuff right here is called powdery mildew, and that's a fungus. So you got a fungus on your hands.
Nah.
All right. A powdery mildew happens on plants that are typically susceptible to it. Grapes, highly susceptible to it.
Oh.
That's why they grow so well in, say, the Central Valley, because the Central Valley of California doesn't get the kind of weather where it gets a humidity and water doesn't settle on it and such. So that right there is a problem for these kind of plants. If you have crepe myrtles, you'll notice that right after crepe myrtles in the springtime, they'll turn white because of that. You'll have, and what's interesting about that is that vegetable plants and these kind of plants right here, we have to treat them slightly different because vegetables like tomatoes will get powdery mildew on them, like squash plants and pumpkins will get powdery mildew. We can't of course, put chemicals on there because then all of a sudden we've got body parts falling off after we're eating the vegetables, and then water only exasperates the whole thing.
So hosing it off doesn't help.
It does.
Oh, it does.
Yeah,
okay.
this is the weirdest thing I'm going to teach you here.
Okay.
When we have, for instance, when we have things like roses. Roses get powdery mildew like crazy. So we use water to fight water, fight it off. So for instance, we were showing the water and all the different sprays.
Right.
What we do is that we blast certain plants with the water. And what happens is that the water will wash this off and it'll encapsulate the spores. The spores in turn will either settle right there back on the leaf or they'll drop to the ground, killing it off. Now, all the commercial things you're going to find on the market, is they're going to be more in the line of chemicals that just kind of hold it on. They don't actually allow the plant to kill it.
Okay.
It's just suppressing it.
Yeah.
That's all it does. So
we want to get rid of it.
So this technique washes it off. But you have to do it early in the morning before dew has a chance to burn off.
Oh, really early?
Yeah,
okay.
really early in the morning like that. So that's the first thing. Now, another thing that we do for roses, especially in a lot of these plants, is we make our own homemade concoction. Okay, so typically what we do is that we use a hose-in sprayer, and I love these dialing ones because the dialing ones tell you how much is going to come out. Now this one right here, we're going to open it up all the way and we're going to put it on 8 ounces, as big as possible. So what we'll do is we're going to take, we're going to take and fill this up with water right now.
Okay.
So as we fill it up with water.
Just plain water from the garden hose?
Just plain water from the garden hose. All right, so just stop that. We fill this up. Now what I want you to do, now this is really scientific. Here we have some baking soda.
Okay.
And put about a tablespoon.
Okay. That's about a tablespoon.
Yeah. All right, you're getting a little sloppy, put some more, just for fun. It's really not going to matter. Not much more than that. Stir it up real good, if you would. And as you stir it up real good, we're going to put our hose-in sprayer on this thing.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah,
that's fancy.
That is fancy. So we'll take this like this. We're going to put it on, and hopefully it's not going to mess us up over here. And the nice part about this is that this is reusable then. What'll happen is that the material in here is going to stay in here. No water is going to get inside. We could spray it right off like this. Again, do it early in the morning. And
that'll cover a wide area too.
Yeah, it does. And do it early in the morning. It's not going to hurt you. Nothing like that.
Baking soda.
Yeah, beautiful stuff. So anyway, anybody want some more information on how to control your powdery mildew, feel free to contact me on Facebook or on thingsgreen.com.
Control your powdery mildew.
You're watching KCAL 9 News on this Saturday morning. We'll be right back.